$1 Million Plus presents Palaces in Paradise. Today we are providing you with exclusive access inside some of the finest palatial estates in America with the top real estate professionals representing these properties. This episode will take you to the incredible mansions and estates in San Diego County, California. This diverse landscape includes 70 miles of iconic coastal beachfront towns and the city of San Diego with year-round sunshine all the way to the Mexican border. And San Diego is so much more than the ocean front. It's a mixture of urban and rural communities encompassing mountains and desert in 4,300 square miles. You are going to meet the top real estate professionals representing these masterpiece multi-million-dollar properties across the county in San Diego. It's our pleasure to begin this palatial tour in La Jolla with Natalie McGee and to view two oceanfront mansions with her. So Natalie, how did you become one of the most successful luxury real estate agents in La Jolla?
Well, I believe that my success in real estate is based off of relationships. It's all, taking care of people as if you were in their situation. I like to give people a full service concierge. If they want to add things to their home, to upgrade it, to maximize the value of it, I can help them put in new flooring, cabinets, take care of the staging, anything to maximize the value. But I also help them after the fact. If they're purchasing a home, I help them to upgrade it and make it perfect for how they like it. So say they wanted to upgrade it, they like a home in a neighborhood that isn't exactly what they had in mind. You can always add a pool, you can always change the look of it. I'm here to help with anything they need long after the sale.
Oh, that's wonderful. So full service, really. That's great.
Yeah.
So what is one of the most unique homes, would you say, that you've ever sold?
I would say this is actually one of the most unique listings I've had. I haven't sold this home yet. I've had this listing for about 5 or 6 years. This home, it took 2 years to go through coastal development permits. And there was originally plans to put a pool, a full-size pool on the rooftop deck. It's something that someone could do later if they chose to add. But we actually have a 2,700 square foot rooftop deck, the largest in La Jolla. It has a 12-person jacuzzi, a full grill. It's really incredible, full ocean and bay views up top. It's a really incredible, entertaining home. So this has been a really special home. It's on the Street of Dreams in La Jolla, and I think that it's something that everyone in the community has been excited to see coming for a long time.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I think we're ready for a tour. So, Natalie, that was amazing. Thank you so much. So I understand that you have an oceanfront contemporary home for us to visit.
Yes, I'm really excited to show you. So it's oceanfront just down the street, and it sits on a double lot. There's 100 feet of frontage. It's actually next to a really charming neighborhood park where people do yoga, have weddings, have picnics. It's a really, really special property. So this home, it has really clean lines. You walk in, you walk over the pool, there's a fire pit, there's a jacuzzi, everything lights up. You push a button on your phone and all of the doors open up, fires come on. The doors, they're 16.5 feet. They're the largest doors that Fleetwood's ever installed in a residence. It's really incredible, and you just feel like you're in your own private resort. There's an elevator, steam room, espresso machines everywhere. It's a really special home.
Amazing, can't wait. So I was wondering, what sets your brokerage apart in San Diego?
Yeah, so my brokerage, it's called Billionaires Row. We're actually a really small boutique brokerage. We're like a little family. I believe what sets us apart is that we're a full service brokerage. We offer contractors for everything, recommendations for anything people need. We take care of our clients from before the transaction starts and long after it finishes. So we're available to help, and we treat everyone like family. So that's what I think sets us apart.
Oh, that's really nice, really nice. So can you tell us, what's the lifestyle here in La Jolla? What's that like?
Really laid back. We're a luxury town, but we really are a beach town. I think most women on their days off, we're wearing Lululemon to run our errands, drop our kids off at school. But there's also a lot of luxury. You can go and, you know, there's fine dining with live music, and everything has ocean views. There's a lot to do here. It's really casual with a balance of luxury.
Sounds perfect. So let's go see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Leading luxury financing advisors, $1 Million Plus knows how to shop for the lowest interest rate mortgages available for you. We start by assessing the best possible terms for you, and then we oversee the entire lending process on your behalf.
Using enhanced credit analysis, credit structuring, and our understanding of the state and federal laws that impact borrowing power, our team maximizes your loan qualifications.
We get the best possible results by eliminating stressful problems and costly delays. It's our pleasure to be sitting here with the Dean of Coronado Real Estate, Mr. Scott Ulrich, and we would also like to invite you to dinner. So, Mr. Scott, how did you become so successful and knowledgeable in real estate in Coronado?
Well, I get to Coronado by kind of default. I actually went broke as a developer in Texas, and one of my clients from Texas, who's lived in Mexico, offered me to come out here and work on a project that he had here. A friend of mine suggested I come to Coronado, and we packed up and came out here to look at this project. We came out here on a Friday, looked at this property in Mexico, came out to dinner on Friday night, decided to make a deal, and I moved out here 2 weeks later and just fell in love with the island. So we thought we'd go back to Texas in a year or two, but it turned out that raising a son and a family here in Coronado was about as good a place as we could find out here in California. And after a few ventures into the project in Mexico, I decided to get involved in residential real estate here. And it just happened that we were pretty good at it after the time we got in here in town.
Oh, that's really neat. Fabulous. What is one of the most unique homes that you've ever sold?
Probably the most unique home I've ever sold is a couple doors down, the Spreckles Beach House, which was owned by John Spreckles, the guy who owned the whole island. Oh. And it had a great history and had a lot of old things about it that got changed back to the way they were originally. But it was a really special house that John Spreckles had given to his son as a wedding present. And his son's wife decided to take the flat roof off, which had a trellis and a room up on the top. It was designed by an architect, Harrison Albright. And in doing so, she put a big red roof on because she loved Richard Requa architecture. So it was a really special place. It's a big house for Coronado. It's about half the size of this. It's under 12,000 square feet, but it was a pretty unique, special property. And they did a magnificent job restoring it to its original luster. So that's kind of special.
That sounds fun too.
It is. It was a fun project.
So please tell us more about this beautiful property.
Well, we're here at Crown Manor, which is definitely the most iconic property in Coronado for sure, and maybe one of the most iconic properties in Southern California. It's owned by a litany of really special owners, the first being a guy named Bartlett Richard, and then after that he sold it to a guy named Walter Dupuy. So it's originally been known as the Richards Dupuy House because they both of them had an impact. When Dupuy came along, he added a wing to the house and expanded it for the polo teams that he was hosting here, and he was trying to bring polo to the United States. So it is the biggest home on the island and one of the biggest properties on the island, sitting right on the Pacific Ocean and one of the best locations on the island. So Crown Manor consists of 3 stories plus a basement, and the downstairs has been almost hermetically sealed. It has been just magnificently preserved over the last 100+ years by the previous owners. It sets up now with this huge master suite up on the end of the house, on the south end of the house. It's got several other bedrooms that look out over the ocean. It's got more bedrooms up on the 3rd floor as well. And it's got a special wing in the back on the 1st level that we entertain, the presidents have stayed in and entertained in here. The former owner, Larry Lawrence, who was the owner of the Hotel Dell at the time, he brought all kinds of dignitaries and celebrities and so forth that stayed in the house as his guests, not the least of which was kind of the Clinton family who stayed here back in the 90s and ran up and down the beach and had a great time with living in the Crown Manor at that time. They were kind of nicknaming it the Western White House. The current owner now lives in Florida and maintains it here as a second home, and it's a really special, unique place.
So Scott, you're going to take us from the beach to
Yeah.
this 170-acre estate with vineyards. Can you please tell us about this property?
Oh, Buena Vista. It's got a place in my heart. It's really, really a special place. 172 acres, big, beautiful, handcrafted house on the top of the hill, looking out over the entire valley. And it was the premier thoroughbred breeding facility in the West Coast for a number of years. The man who built it added on little parcels and bought it and expanded over 40 years and did it just in the first class way all the way through. There's a big, beautiful driveway. There's 2.5 miles of concrete drive through the property. It's all landscaped and tree lined. And when you fall into this place, it's just like you're going into a magical space or a spa. The barn, which has a 38 stall barn, is built like a home you'd find in Rancho Santa Fe. There's some wood paneling inside. It's just magnificent. They've got a stallion barn that's even more magnificent. Over the last 7 or 8 years, the owner shut down the horse breeding business and is now operating it as a vineyards. And he's planted, I think, 28 acres right now. Some of these pastures have now just become beautiful vineyards with all the infrastructure to create a full-time winery or a boutique winery if someone chooses.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it's a special place. So Buena Vista also, in addition to this extraordinary main house that's been custom built up on the top of the hill, there's this nice little guest casita. And then there's 3 other properties that are built out or casitas that are being used now for staff, but could be super guest casitas as well. The main barn with its office has 38 stalls, and there's a couple other additional barns, a breeding barn and the stallion barn. Those are also on the property. There's some circular round pens that are all, again, feel like they're built for homes in Rancho Santa Fe. The whole property is irrigated. There's 7 wells on the property, 400,000 gallon reservoir at the top of the property that was dynamited out in the day to be able to create a place to hold the water for all the irrigation. Was for the pastures originally, and now it's for the vineyards. Second largest solar field in private use, I think, in anywhere. So it's got a lot of infrastructure, beautifully maintained, and a lot of opportunity for someone who wants to either private getaway or a place to do an ongoing business with either wines or horses or both. One of a kind of investment, and it's a great getaway place for people in San Diego County or even Orange County just to come down and have a weekend getaway. And it's just a beautiful part of San Diego, great summers, nice cool winters, get out of the hustle bustle of, the city life.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
So, Mr. Scott, since you've been here since 1987 in Coronado, can you tell us what's the community like here in the lifestyle?
Yeah, the community's had a number of changes up and down the main drag with different restaurants and things coming and going, but it really hasn't changed as much as you'd think. It's a Mayberry type of kind of throwback community where you go back into time in the like you almost lived in the 50s in East Texas or someplace. It's a really kind of down-home, quaint little community right across the bridge from downtown San Diego and all the things that San Diego's offers. So that fabric of the community and the kind of culture that we have here is what really makes Coronado more special than any place else in Southern California, or I'd have been back in Texas in a year or 2 years in the beginning, because we came out here just to kind of get our feet underneath us, and from getting embraced by this community, it's made all the difference in the world. The reason we stayed out here, 35 years, and it's just been a special place to be able to raise a family. I tell people to raise a family, to retire or come vacation, just doesn't get much better than Coronado. So that's some of the things about the community.
It sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, just a great community, yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. That's fabulous. We can't leave today's episode without touring these historic mansions and estates across the California coast. Let's start with the Hotel del Coronado on this unique peninsula of San Diego County. Built in 1888 as the largest hotel resort in the world with 757 rooms. This spectacular sun-drenched silhouette continues to delight guests and visitors today. President Benjamin Harrison was a guest in 1891, as presidents and royalty have been visiting ever since. In early 1900s, movie stars and movie makers began visiting Hotel Del. Sought after for film locations, San Diego County remains a getaway spot of celebrities. In 1916, one of the most popular early films, Pearls of Paradise, was filmed with the Del as its backdrop. Many other movies, including the 1958 blockbuster Some Like It Hot, was filmed here as well. The original builders purchased the entire 4,100 acres on the peninsula of Coronado for $110,000. Today, just the Hotel Del is worth approximately $1 billion. Canfield Estate, Del Mar, California. Next, the Canfield Wright House, situated in the luxury enclave of Del Mar, California, situated on almost an acre. The Pink Lady Estate was built in 1910 by oil tycoon Charles Canfield, the co-founder of the cities of Del Mar and Beverly Hills, now a private residence worth over $25 million. The Fololi Estate, Woodside, California, with sprawling gardens on over 650 acres. The Fololi Estate is of the Gilded Age, built by William Bowers Bourne II, outside of San Francisco. Bourne owned one of California's richest gold mines. Fololi is prominently known as the Carrington's Mansion, featured at the 80s hit TV show Dynasty, complete with almost 60,000 square feet. The name Fololi was a credo to Bourne's way of life. Fight for a just cause, love your fellow man, and live a good life. The Huntington Residence, San Marino, California, known today as the Huntington Library, Art Museum, and Botanical Gardens. This once was an iconic residence by railroad magnate and founder of the city of San Marino, Henry Edward Huntington. Built in 1909 for Henry and his wife by Marvel Myron Hunt, today the museum contains priceless works of American and European art, a library with first editions and prize collections, and over 100 acres of curated gardens with global inspiration. The estate has $400 million endowment and visited by almost 1 million individuals annually. Only $1 Million Plus works for the borrowers, not the lenders. We shop for the lowest interest rates just for you, so you can shop for the luxury lifestyle of your dreams.
Hey there, what brings you into this?
Hiring our team guarantees that financing your forever home or home of the moment will be at the lowest rate, and you'll be making the lowest payments possible. Plus, you don't even pay $1 Million Plus 1 cent until after you fund your new $1 Million Plus mortgage.